It's nice to see so many African American mental health professionals getting involved in these nationally syndicated and televised interviews. But one of the things that I wanted to talk about that may be at play with some of the responses that we've seen in terms of how people respond to Black mental health professionals, on television, specifically during the interview. And hi, I'm Dr. Natalie Jones, and I was just doing my Sunday morning cleanup and house preparation and food preparation for the week. So don't mind my hair. And I was reflecting, and one of the things that happens, this is an interesting phenomenon that myself and many of my colleagues, I'm sure, have encountered, is that, you know, when you are an African American mental health professional, if you're a doctor or, you have any sort of credentialing behind your name or medical professional and so forth, there is this interesting phenomenon of bias that happens within our own community, specifically for women. I see women are oftentimes more the recipient of this, more so than others, is that you're automatically not taken seriously by people within your own racial group because you are a woman of color. And so people, even though you have all this credentialing, you've gone to school, you've done all this and that, just for the simple fact that you are a woman of color, which, people may have a disdain for, a dislike for, they automatically approach you as being not credible, not worth my time, or in a disrespectful and sometimes even a hostile manner. And I've worked in, many settings, including corrections, and where this happens right off the bat. There's like this power dynamic that's at play right off the bat, unfortunately, because it's like you have to prove yourself to me, and I'm gonna show you that I how much of an asshole I can be right off the top, essentially, until you deem yourself worthy to me, because I automatically deem you to be unworthy. And you see this play out, especially if people have to pay you for services and things like that. That it's like, oh well, if this were a white person, right? And I hate to make this a black and white issue, but it really kind of is. But if you were a white person and you were charging for your services, and whether it has nothing to do with whether or not you're actually good or not, but if you're a white person, you say this, you charge this, you do these things, I don't question you, right? Because you're automatically given credibility from that person's eyes, just based on the color of your skin, versus if you are a person of color, you say something and it could be the most genius thing. You charge adequately for your services, you do all the things that you're supposed to do, but you are still completely dismissed, disregarded, and disrespected within your own group, because they feel like you are not worthy of that respect. They question everything about you. They are going to deny all of that for the simple fact of racism at play. And I'm wondering if that's some of what we've seen sort of play out in these interviews, these celebrity interviews that we've seen recently, is that you've seen the bias that people have towards African American women sort of play out in how they respond in dismissive ways or disrespectful ways. And misogyny and things like that are automatically at play for the simple fact that is an African American woman sitting in front of them. And so some of these dynamics you're actually watching in real time play out, how a person feels about not necessarily what the person is saying, but just the represent of just what they represent, is what I'm trying to say. So that's all I have for now. Let me know what your thoughts are. Bye for now.